You are now plugged into the Social Plug Podcast.
Ready? What's going on, everybody? I'm Johnny Martinez, and you are plugged in to the Social Plug Podcast, powered by Social Plug Media. Today is the pilot episode, first ever podcast episode, and I'm here with a couple of my co-hosts, Michael Mann.
How you doing? How you doing, Michael Mann with Greenleaf in the house?
And we got JRock. So JRock's our engineer today.
Heck yeah, we got him behind the table.
He's behind the table, and he's making things happen as he always does.
That's it.
So I want to introduce not only you guys, but what the podcast is going to be about, a little bit about Social Plug Media as well. So Social Plug Media is the parent company. So the podcast lies directly under that.
That's it.
So
it's an entity.
It's an entity. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics, a lot of different subjects. Some of these subjects will make you laugh. Some are going to make you cry. Some are going to hit some heartstrings. Some might even tweak a nerve.
There you go. That's what we're going to do on this show.
So we want to make sure that we have great conversation, great guests that have a story to tell. So we want people to know what makes you tick, me tick, JRock tick, and whoever else we have on the show.
Yep.
So we have some guests lined up already that have a great story to tell. These are just local guys. Some might be a little bit more than local, but they are great with personality and they have great stories to tell. They're just average Joes who have remarkable stories, remarkable history. What makes them be successful? What trials and tribulations they've gone through? And where they are today.
That's
and we just want them to be highlighted, promoted. And we also want to highlight our sponsors. So speaking of sponsors, today's episode is sponsored by Greenleaf Health and Wellness.
Yes, sir.
In New
Thank
Braunfels,
you.
Texas. This man here. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
We're New Braunfels. We're here in New Braunfels. Excuse me. We're your local cannabis boutique here in town, man. We specialize in Texas-grown, Texas-made products. Not all of them are, but we're just a vibe here in town, man. You know, we try to help out in the community, do as much as we can, with nonprofits, other things. Pretty much just whatever your cannabis needs, man, we got them for you here in town.
So you have legal cannabis,
yes,
correct?
Legal cannabis, legal hemp cannabis in the state of Texas. It is federally legal as of 2018.
So let me ask you this, because there's always a stigma about cannabis, THC, CBD. Some think it's all bad.
Yeah, everybody, it's all weed, man. It's all weed.
It's that weed.
Yeah, everybody's just a bunch of dope heads, a bunch of potheads out here smoking dope. You know what I mean? No, it's not that. That's what we're trying to do here with other cannabis, companies here in town also. I'm trying to join the community together so that way we can educate everybody, educate people, break the stigma, and just let them know that there's stuff here for mental health, physical health, recovery, anything, intimacy. We have it all here.
Intimacy.
Yes, we have it all, man. I mean, whatever you're needing, we'll get you lined up for it and get you on the right path to where you're not taking pharmaceuticals to where you're having to take this pill to take another pill that's going to counteract the side effects for this pill.
So I know a lot of people have sleep disorders.
Yes.
So you have stuff for that?
Yes, we have sleep gummies. That's one of our biggest sellers here. They're our chill gummies. They're 15 milligrams, live rosin, perfect for sleep, man. You take them about an hour and a half before you go to bed, sleep through the night.
And you also have cancer patients who take your stuff.
Yes, we have 5 cancer patients that we work with every month. I think we're up to 4 right now, full-time ones. They come into the store, let us know what kind of cancer they have, what they're wanting, how they consume their cannabis, how they consume their medicine, get them on a nice little regimen, find out what works for them, and then get them going on that. And it's no cost to them at all. I think we're up to $350 a month per patient. And I don't ask nothing from them. I don't ask them, hey, take a picture with me on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. They just come in, get their medicine, and we take care of them and go on about our day.
I love that. Just taking care of people. And we're going to talk about that during the podcast. Taking care of people, being resourceful. So you are a great resource, not only for information, but for products that help cancer patients, help people with rheumatism, any kind of joint problems.
Yeah, I mean, everything, sports injuries, you know what I mean? We have a ranch rub that the PBR uses, the Professional Bull Riders Tour. We use that ranch rub here. We sell it in our in-house. That's Texas-made, Texas-grown products in that. Anything, from internal things, like if you have gout, stuff going on with your gut health, things like that. We can get you on a regimen that'll start getting you, to where you need to be. It's not a miracle drug. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen with one-time use. This is more of a daily regimen to get you back on a level scale where you need to be.
So we've all seen the movie Friday.
Yeah.
We're not just Craig
Yeah, Craig,
and
I'm gonna
and
get you
and
high today.
Smokey and Debo
Right.
rolling up in his Land Cruiser,
Talking about
Right,
Freddie.
riding his
exactly.
bike.
Right. There's more ways to consume cannabis than there is, just lighting up a joint or smoking or things like that. There's gummies, tinctures, edibles, peanut butter cups. I even have peanut butter. So
Lollipops.
yeah, lollipops.
Hell
Any
yeah.
way you think of it, I got you. There's so many different ways. It's even in drinks. Our Tejas tonic, that's one of our biggest, sellers right now.
Heck yeah. Hey, that stuff, I'll tell you right now, man, that water tonic is great.
Yes, it
It's a
is.
great drink. And sometimes it's even better than having a beer. I'll
Is.
be honest with you. So it's been a really cool thing to see Michael Mann and his crew here.
Great staff, by the way.
Great staff.
Very
Yes, my
friendly,
team.
very professional.
If it wasn't for my team, you're talking Quentin, Richard, Alex, Maddie.
Mhm.
They're all here putting in the work, not counting Boss Lady, Yvonne. Everybody here, it's all a team. We got Greg, behind the scenes, always doing stuff.
We love Greg.
Yeah, it's all a team effort, man. And from the ground, from everybody. It's not just me. It's not just Q on Turpy Tuesday. That's what a lot of people see.
Yeah.
They just see us, they just see the two of us a lot. And then Sauce on TikTok.
Mhm.
And then Alex, so they're like, wait, who's what? So sometimes
It's a family. We all
it's
do
a
it together.
family, man. We all do it together and we bounce ideas. We
Hell
fight
yeah.
like family. We argue. So that's why when we hire people, like you have to be a fit to come work here.
Right, right.
Like it's not just gonna be like, oh, let's hire
You
somebody.
gotta pass a test.
Yeah,
This isn't
no.
working.
You gotta pass a
Yeah,
test.
You got to be passionate
You got
about
to be
this stuff.
passionate about it and want to know where we're getting because we're a small business. Things don't happen like they do in the corporate world.
Right.
Like we don't have a huge budget just set aside for certain things. My budget is month to month.
Heck
Mhm.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna sell, what's not gonna sell sometimes in the retail market. So I have to plan for that, but I still have to plan for my labor cost, everything, rent,
Yeah.
all that. That's a guaranteed
The
one.
overhead.
What created that?
overhead.
Mikey, and even Johnny possibly could, fill into this is like, what helped y'all want to be those type of bosses? Because I see a lot of people want to be around y'all other than just work. Because trust me, when I was working at other jobs hourly, like you didn't want to hang out with the bosses or anything like that after
Right.
work.
I
'cause
mean, and
So like, what created that for y'all to have this,
I guess just
create this workspace?
just
Sorry.
working for I guess old school people, that kind of really didn't take care of their employees, things like that. We're a little bit older, like we talked about before. I'm not, as young as I act, but
Hey, I've been out with you. Sometimes you act like a 16-year-old. I love it.
25. I'm going for 25 right now, so yeah, but no, we've been around some, experience, working for corporate companies, working for, small businesses. And we just took a little bit of everything and brought that into our own companies and said, we're going to take care of our employees as much as we can,
Mhm.
as much as possible, reinvest in our companies. So that way our employees know they're trying, you know what I mean? Like they're giving it their all to get this to the next level to where they're leveling up. I'm leveling up. The store's leveling up. It's a level up for everyone if we all get the hustle and the right mindset
Mhm.
to become one nucleus and go charging in as one.
One nucleus. I love that.
Yeah.
So for me, JRock, I'm one of those. I'm
I
the
want to hear
type of
about Johnny.
leader.
That's what I'm talking
I'm the
about.
type of leader that wants to involve everybody in the decision-making process.
See, I'm the same way.
We've done it
Anything.
here. I'm not the end-all be-all.
Yeah. It's not just me.
No. I
I'm
want
glad
to.
you said that. Yeah,
I
I'm
want
the
to be
same
able.
way.
I want to be able to ask them. I want to know who my leaders are within my team.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that they are decision makers, and I'm going to give them the autonomy to either
Yeah.
pass or fail.
Right.
But if they fail, I'm going to pull them aside and say, "Hey, we missed that one, but let's make it better."
Right. Why didn't you speak up during that meeting, man? I thought you had ideas about this and that. You know what I mean? I do that all the time. We have whiteboard meetings at Greenleaf, and I'll sit everybody down in the back and I'll be like, what about this? You know, what do y'all, even down to design of a shirt, a sticker, anything, I will show that to all of my guys and be like, what do y'all think? And I don't want to hear, oh yeah, it's good, boss. Yeah, good job, boss.
No.
Good. No, fuck that.
Don't be a pleaser.
They start all that yes sir shit. Oh yes, looks good. Yes, yes, yes. No, we're having another meeting. I'm about to get
Then-
real on your ass.
If you're going to say yes to everything
yes.
that I say
Then I
or
don't
ask,
need
then
you
I
here.
don't
Yeah,
need
we
you.
don't want
You
no yes
you are
man.
now irrelevant.
Right.
No,
Because
yes, man.
now you're just here collecting a paycheck, pleasing me. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? No, I want somebody telling me, nah, man, you fucked up this time. Let's run it this way.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know everything. The cannabis world changes every other
Yep.
day,
Mhm.
just like the the real estate world changes. I'm sure for you have to,
Every day.
be able to quarterback and audible every day of the week.
Pivot. I like using the word pivot all
Yep.
the time.
Pivot. That's a good one, man.
Maneuver, pivot, and make sure that you understand the market. You understand policies that Texas has, the
Right.
national
Yeah.
policies
Yeah.
with your products.
Yes.
So there's just a lot of maneuverability, but I need everybody to give their input to make us all better.
Right.
Because I don't know all the answers, like I said, but I want to know their answers so that way we can move forward together. And I want them to eventually branch out. I want to create other leaders.
Yes. That's what I'm wanting.
That's what it's about.
So if I'm not here, or if you have to step away or go somewhere for a vacation or
Mhm.
whatever, something that we have to do, it's going to be taken care of, right? Because you've laid down the blueprint with everyone and you talk to everyone more openly
Yeah.
than a lot of bosses do. You know what I mean? Or business owners do. I, probably lay more stuff on the table than I probably should sometimes, but they know there's no bullshit.
So you're transparent with them.
Right.
That's
so
important to you.
100%.
You're not hiding anything, any
No.
behind the scenes stuff, anything that, they should know about. They should
Right.
know about maybe not everything,
Every
higher
little thing.
level, but as much as they can,
As
because
much
you
as
are
possible.
creating
Right.
entrepreneurs, you're creating business owners, you're creating future leaders.
Family. You know what I
Family.
mean? I've known almost everybody here for, a couple years now, that have come in the family. Some of them 2018 that I met in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
So, then we have girls in our other business that have been with us for over 10 years.
Love it.
So, yeah. So I want to know more about what drives Johnny every day.
My family,
Your family?
just being able to create a legacy for them, not really for me. When I grew up, we weren't rich. We weren't really real poor, but my parents taught me values. They taught me dedication, commitment, and taking care of responsibility. My dad held me accountable, so did my mom. But my dad held me accountable, and he didn't have to say a lot of things. I watched. I'm
Yeah.
a good observer.
Yeah,
I
observer.
watch
Big
people. I
observer
watch
Yeah.
body language. I can uncover their intentions just by their conversation.
Mhm.
But my dad he didn't have a lot, but he made sure we always had food on the table. We had gifts during Christmas, and my mom always made sure that she had that good
Yeah.
conversation with me and that she kept the family together.
Right.
She was the matriarch and she created me. So back in the day, I kind of had to raise myself a little bit. I had to make decisions. When I say raise myself, meaning I had to make decisions early. I could have easily fallen into the trap of doing drugs, being in gangs. I grew up in the south side of San Antonio. So there was a lot of bad things going on. Still
yeah.
is.
Still
the world
is.
is a crazy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The tone is crazy, man.
oh man.
I
It
mean,
is
I grew
crazy.
up there. I grew up there also. So
So I was fortunate enough to hang out with people who were motivated in high school that wanted to go to college, wanted to make things happen.
There you
So I
go.
hung out, and there was a whole bunch of different groups that I hung out with. But I hung out with the right path. You know that fork in the road, you can go left or right.
Yeah.
One is good, one is bad. So I think I took the right one.
oh, most
And
definitely.
I joined the military at a young age. I tried college. It didn't work out for me. I thought it was an extension of high school.
How many years did you go to
I
college?
went to college for about 6 months, my friend.
Oh,
About 6 months. And I figured out
I think so,
quick
me too.
that wasn't
that
for you.
it wasn't an extension of high school. Nobody was going to be there saying, hey, little Johnny, time to go to class.
Yeah.
Let's wake up early. No,
Your book reports do.
no, didn't do any of that. So I found out really quick. So I joined the military, and that's when I started, wow, This is leadership. This is followership. This is what it means to be on a great team, a winning team. Started hanging out with positive people. People were mentoring me. I had never, besides my parents, had people mentoring me in a positive way. Hey,
Nice.
this is how you succeed. This is how you go to college. This is how to get go down this career path. And it started building and building and building. Became a drill instructor. Then I became an Air Force recruiter, and I built so many opportunities along the way. So my calling and my niche is helping others.
There you
Right.
go.
I'm a servant leader as well. It's not all about me. In some capacity, I got to be the decision maker.
Right.
But in some capacity, the people under me are the decision makers, and I just signed the check.
There you go.
That's the way it was. So I can talk all day about my path. There's 100 different stories I can tell.
Oh yeah.
But to make a long story short, I think joining the military and making that right decision, and the decision to stay in and to grow and not take myself too seriously, and just grow and grasp. And here I am today, still helping people.
There you go. How many years service?
I was in for 24 years in the Air Force.
Let's go.
24
Appreciate
years.
that, man.
Appreciate
Let's
your
go.
service, man. Heck yeah.
I appreciate you guys. So we
Yep.
haven't even learned about JRock. yet.
JRock.
Oh, man.
Man, here we go. It's his turn
So
now.
I know JRock has a path, and I'm on the path with him.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah.
I'll let him speak on that.
Yeah, man. I think just growing up here in New Braunfels was just like you were talking about finding those leaders, but I found that all in pro wrestling, man, because it's as my mom and my dad always worked hard. My grandfather's the one that raised me. He was a military man. And that's why I've always kind of just respected people, because every day I got him in my ear. And that was kind of the thing I kind of raised with. And I remember even getting older people like, did you go to the military? Did you just wait? Yes, sir. No, sir. Hold the door. It's like, I was like, no, I just grew up like that. But
It's respect.
yeah,
know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of respect.
You got taught
And
respect.
I
Yeah.
learned, just like y'all said, you kind of watched and everything. I was a big visual learner, like learning how to watch my family. I always thought like the things I did in the streets or whatever, I was like, man, my family's watching. Like I just had that feel of it. So it was just, I did different things, but I found a lot of my motivation through wrestling. And like, cause you have Hulk Hogan and you got Ric Flair, you got watching in the screen, and they're just like,
Bigger than life, these guys.
eat your vitamins and do this. And
Say
that's
your
the
prayers,
one thing
brother.
you're just looking up to these
Cup
people.
of coffee in the
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah. And just, and then Ric Flair, you want to be the best, you got to be, it's just like,
It motivated
it
you.
motivated me, man. And that's a sucker in me still today. But that's all I had. And when I started realizing later on in life, like people are the ones that are going to show you, because I learned all those things from my parents. They worked hard, all that good stuff. I love them to death, but they didn't teach me who I was. And me and Johnny joke about this sometimes, Mike, is like, our parents have asked us, like, where the hell did you get this, like, motivation or just confidence to be on camera and talk? Because my parents were like, where the hell did you didn't get that from me. But it's so funny because you learn and you get that from what you see. I felt like, I was kind of a little nervous in high school, but I just didn't really care, and I had a lot of friends, so I just learned to talk to people. So,
Yep.
but overall, man, I just love to be around you, and I found motivation in y'all. And I think I just started. It's so weird to say that, but I think I just started.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? All this shit of like being a pro wrestler young and all that taught me good stuff, in business, but being around y'all has taught me so much more, and has motivated me to be a better man and be a better businessman and just learn and grow, man. I didn't have this when I was young. I was around some crazy kids, like y'all said, but I didn't think I had it as crazy as San Antonio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to quote Sherman from American Pie. You remember that?
Yeah.
What does he say?
Confidence is high, my friends.
Confidence is high.
Confidence is everything in business and in life. You got to be confident in not only your decisions, but the way you carry yourself, you conduct yourself, the conversations you have.
That's right.
If you're confident, people are going to think, man, this guy, he's really credible. He's really resourceful. Let me dig deeper into him, and let's
Right.
build a relationship
Let me
with this
talk
guy.
to him. Let me highlight
Right.
this guy.
Yeah.
Because if you walk in a room looking down and looking nervous and stuff, it's going to kind of show.
People read people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
People are people watchers, man.
yeah.
I don't care what people say.
For
People
sure.
pay attention to everything you do, man. So that's why I always tell everybody, get your popcorn ready. Because, I'm going to give you a show no matter what.
Yeah.
If we're conducting business to just having a good time or going out to eating dinner, we're going to have a good time. So
We have fun.
Thank you.
that's it.
My man, we have fun everywhere we go. And a lot of people ask me, man, you're like a cartoon character on social media. You're everywhere.
Yeah.
So I like highlighting people. I like promoting people. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing on
Right.
this show as well.
It's the whole
We're going to
point.
highlight a bunch of you guys. But I'm sincere when I want people to really level up. And we're plugs. We're all plugged in somewhere,
That's
right?
it.
But we're all plugged into each other.
That's right.
So why not build each other up? Life is too short.
Life's too short.
Life's too short to be pissed off and not to help people.
And not to help people and not help level up. I mean, because we're all small business owners. You know, we're fighting corporations, city, you know what I mean? Like just everything, you know, is against a small business owner. You know, the government, taxes, everything is against a small business
The
owner.
man.
The man, you know what I mean? And we ain't talking about me, yeah. So yeah, it just it's crazy how the hurdles that are in front of small business owners, but that's what built this town, America, you know, that is small business owners.
Mhm. So connecting and leveling up, all that is a cliche to some. How do you level up? We're going to, as we grow in this podcast,
We're
we're
gonna
going to
dive
talk
into
to you
that.
about ways how to
Yeah.
level up. So this is the pilot. So this is kind of just on the surface. We're scratching the surface on these deep conversations.
That's it. We ain't even got the deep sandpaper
I
out
can
yet.
sit here and talk for 4 or 5 hours, but who would want to listen to me for 4 or 5 hours? Right.
We'll
But
see in a couple months.
right. But as we grow, I want to talk to people how they leveled up.
Yeah.
And to me, it's about, don't worry about your circumstances.
Yeah.
Everybody's born and everybody can be successful. I don't care if you're from the most poor country in the world,
That's right.
most poor country in America, wherever. Your circumstances are just circumstances.
That's right.
Surround yourself with great positive people, great minds. Ask people for help. A lot of people are reluctant to ask
They're
for
scared to
assistance.
ask. They're scared to ask or anything like that. Man, I'll ask the dumbest question sometimes.
If you see some smart people or some people,
I love that,
I
though.
don't think it's a dumb
I
question.
don't laugh
Right.
because
You know, I mean, if
that's right. You should want to.
Right. If I don't know the answer, I'm like, damn, you know, and I'm trying to Google the shit on my phone and I still can't find the answer. And
Right.
you know, I'm gonna go ask you.
right.
I'm sorry. That's just the way I am. It's the way I was made. Like I was that annoying kid all the time. Hey, how do you do that? Hey, how do you do that? I want to know how to do that.
Yeah,
You know, so
You're inquisitive
right.
and you want to learn because you're a student and I can just tell. I haven't really taken a deep dive with you on as far as conversation we were going to.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of trials and tribulations that have made you who you are today.
Yes,
You
sir.
failed. We've talked about it before.
Oh,
You
yeah.
failed 100 times. I failed 100 times. JRock's failed 100 times.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But it's a cliche again. How do you get back up?
You stand back up, man. And like you fix what you did wrong and keep on moving, man. Don't even look back. Like in most, all my vehicles, man, I get in there and I rip that rearview mirror off.
Mhm.
Especially, my business vehicles, anything like that, ain't none of them got a rearview mirror. Because I'm not looking back where I
Right.
used to be. I'm moving forward.
I'm going to have to do that. Is that safe?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's pretty bullshit. Pretty bullshit.
Yeah, man, I got my side mirrors if
Hey,
I need to check.
I was about to rip my side mirrors off too then.
I know you
Me.
think about who's on the side of you sometimes, but behind you, you don't need to worry about who's behind you.
I love that. I love that.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, my mom taught me that a long time ago. She was like, something was going on in life, and I turned around and like looked out the back window of the car we're in, and she was like, "Baby, don't you ever look out that back window or that rearview mirror. You always look out this big front window."
That is true.
Yeah, where we're going, we ain't going back there.
That's why they make your front window huge, and so you can see out of it.
That's right.
That's right. So
You know what I'm talking about?
relationships. Let's get into relationships a little bit. I know we always talk about you have a strong marriage, strong relationship with your family. Tell us a little bit about that.
My wife Yvonne, she's been putting up with me 27 years now. We just celebrated. So.
That's a long
Nice.
time. Happy anniversary to
Yeah.
you.
Thank y'all. Yeah, March 30th, 1996. Yeah, it's crazy. So, but no, I mean, it's work, man. I mean, we have to level up. We are not the two same people that got
Mhm.
married in 96 that we are today, but that was a lot of years of hard work, businesses, fails, success, this, that, kids, raising two kids, two kids going to college, one, going off to the military like yourself, and then
Heck yeah.
the other one coming back, and then getting a job. Then 6 months later, at the age of 40, we got a grandbaby, so Yeah.
Communication was the key in your success in your marriage.
Yes, communication is everything, man. In a marriage, you gotta, have those tough conversations with each other. You
So
can't just throw in the towel and be like, "Oh, he's
no,
getting on my fucking nerves," and dip
no,
out.
that happens too many times
Yeah.
today where people just want to go in first argument. Oh, I don't love him anymore. Or I don't love her anymore.
Yep.
I'm out. Let's get a divorce. And then everybody in their path is devastated or affects them in some way, shape,
Right.
or form.
Some way or form.
Kids,
Especially if
colleagues,
you have
whatever.
kids,
I-
and
Yeah, I hate those couples that they break up and then they come back multiple times. It's like, and then they have kids involved. Like that's scary, man. Like I don't know what the kids can grow off of that.
And
shit,
then they tell
so.
us about it on social media. They air out all their dirty laundry, but that's a whole nother
oh
topic.
yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah.
So now we're all involved with the drama, and
with the drama
we're all
and
tuning in like,
everything
okay,
like
what's
that.
going on with those guys?
Yeah, what's
You know?
going on? Did you see such post? No,
Yeah.
so
It's like
you
a soap
won't.
opera.
Yeah, you won't see that from us, man. I mean, we handle everything internally.
That's good.
We're just, I guess we got lucky, man. I mean, we're just blessed. We put in the work. We got blessed. Lucky, whatever you want to call it, man. And we still work at it every day. It's still to this day is not easy.
And neither one of you is more important than the other.
No, man.
You're equal.
It's not. It's equal. And a lot of times everybody's like, oh, it needs to be 50-50, or I'm the king and she's the queen and this and that. Yeah, we're both a king and queen. You know what I mean? That is 100% correct. But sometimes it's an 80-20 give. 80% my way, 20% her way on just certain things.
Circumstantial.
Circumstantial events, you know what I mean, of what's going on, what happened, whatever. And I'm not even talking about an argument. I'm talking about just
Yeah.
daily things going on in life, that sometimes, I need a little bit more help than she does and this and that. It's a nice yin yang type thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's sometimes I'm out on the grind all day working. My brain's just going. And sometimes I'm usually, I would say, an alpha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just aggressive.
Right.
But when I get home, I want to be submissive. I want to be that little teddy bear.
Right.
I want to be able just to relax on the couch and Jessica just whispers sweet nothings to me.
Right. Come lay on you, you know what I mean?
Massage,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
He
I said a teddy
What
bear.
you got, teddy bear?
You know?
Yeah, we're good.
But it's not always 50-50.
He said teddy bear.
Right.
Sometimes she's the decision maker
Exactly.
for a circumstance, whether it's the kids or whether it's our schedule. Sometimes I'm the decision maker. So I love it.
Yeah.
One thing, I've been married for 22 years, and one thing that makes
You're right
us,
there with me.
what makes us special is that we were best friends prior to being lovers.
Yeah.
And I think that is a big factor in our communication. With jealousy and all that, we really don't have a lot of jealousy.
Right.
We have too much to lose.
Exactly.
We got two
Yeah,
beautiful
way
girls,
too
and then we got two beautiful Aussie doodles.
Aussie doodles.
If anything happens, we're going to affect them.
You're a house
Right.
full
So
of
if we get in an
women.
argument, we got to freaking suck it up
Yeah.
and say, no, we got to fix this. There's no way around it. There's nothing that's going to be that far gone where we can't work it out.
Exactly.
How is it living in a house full of women?
Oh, man.
Bro, both of us are
both
the
of y'all
same
right
way.
now, right? Because your son's gone right now
Yeah.
as well, right?
So
Mike?
I have my daughter, granddaughter, and wife, and he's got two daughters and
I got
a
two
wife.
teenage daughters.
What did they say? Is it estrogen or something?
A lot
Yeah.
of estrogen going on. So sometimes my daughters are the decision makers.
Yeah.
And I have to be like, you know what? Okay, if that's what they want, let's make it happen.
Cool. Let's do it.
So
There's
raising
a
kids is
4-year-old
tough.
that's a decision maker in our house,
Yeah.
man. She's
Yeah.
4, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But so we can't be that macho guy and say, no, I'm the big man
Right.
here. I'm gonna make no. Get over yourself.
get over it,
Yeah.
man.
Stop.
Pride, you can drop that shit out the
Right.
window, bro. If you want to be married for a long time, throw pride out the window and be like, okay, I'm a family man. This is what I signed up for. This is what we're gonna
This
do
is it.
now.
This
This
is
is
my responsibility and
Right.
my
This is my
obligation.
responsibility as a man. I signed up for this for the kids, everybody else. You just don't get to make that decision later on in life. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't for me. A lot of people do though, man. But I have a conscience, and I guess I was raised right. And you battle through the tough times.
Right.
To all those 27 years, you think they all been gravy?
Oh.
Hell no. man.
Shouldn't be.
There's been times she wanted, cut my head off, man.
Strangle you.
Just
Johnny,
do
like,
you.
I think
God,
I've been there a couple of times.
it still happens, you know what I mean? But it's a work in progress,
gee.
and we keep evolving, leveling up with our marriage.
hmm
and growing with each other. That's all we keep doing. That's all you can do.
And becoming a mentor and giving other people advice,
Right.
whether it's marital advice or just life advice or whatever. I think as we get older, we become like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like Mr. Miyagi with some people.
People do
Where-
come up to us, they're like, man, y'all been married forever. What's the secret?
For those who don't know
Work.
who Mr. Miyagi is, there's a
Right.
movie called Karate Kid
Karate
back in
Kid, that was
1983.
Daniel-san.
All right. So that kind of 1983.
83, man.
83 was a great year, not only for sports drafts, but for movies.
That was
Movies.
National Lampoon's Vacation, all
88,
those.
bro.
Was it
I wasn't
88?
even alive. I probably wasn't even a piece of sperm.
So
yet.
Mr. Miyagi was the sensei.
Yep. That
All
was
right.
one of my favorite movies, by the way.
So he was not only a trainer, a coach, a life coach, but he was a sensei, and he helped this young kid become a wax on, wax off. He become
Yeah.
this young kid, become a karate winner, champion. He beat-
Champion.
it was like David beats Goliath.
That's it.
So, but Mr. Miyagi at the end, I always remember this scene. There's a GIF or a meme about it, and I always post it. Whenever JRock does something great, right, and he posts it on social media.
Right. He's like,
So Mr. Miyagi, he has like this,
Yeah. Just that nod.
that
just,
nod, like you did it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. You did.
You
it.
did it.
So we love as older guys.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna date ourselves a little bit.
Hey, it's
I mean,
all right.
'cause we both got some gray, so
Oh,
it's no
I got
secret.
a lot of gray.
Everybody, I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm not 26 years old.
I'm starting to
Right.
get mine.
I'm a little older, but we are mentors. We are those senseis,
That's right.
and we should be.
Yeah.
If somebody's struggling, we should be able to take them and say, "Come here, my man. Come here, my lady. Let's talk about this.
Right.
There's a way out."
There is.
So
You got to stay positive. Positivity is one of the biggest things. That is positivity. That's what you need.
Right.
Is a positive mentor. Not always somebody like, oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, you can. Why not? Why can't we do it?
Right.
You know what I mean? We only live once.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
YOLO.
YOLO. You only live once. So if you're passionate about something, get to that level to where you can go do that. If it's whatever it is, no matter what you're passionate about, sometimes you have to do stuff in life. Go work that job you don't want to do for a little while, but you got where you needed to be afterwards.
Take a risk.
Take a risk, man.
Be a risk taker, but make sure you ask for advice before you take a risk. Don't
Right.
take a dumb risk.
Go get don't be like me. I mean, I was young, we didn't have a lot of the internet and everything back when I was young, starting businesses and everything that's available now.
Yeah.
With the education and
There's so
everything
much
like
out
that.
there.
There's so
out
much,
there.
dude. Money
So
is
much.
laying on the table everywhere right now.
Exactly.
You just have to go over there and pick it up. But you got to have a pass to get in that door to go pick it up.
Someone's getting that money. It might as well
right.
be you.
There's so many online jobs too, man. I hate when I see people online like, "Oh, I can't find a job." Go online. You don't. I have a nephew right now. He went to like a job interview and he got I got to my parents' house when I got there, and I was like, "You just went to an interview?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dressed like that?" Like kids nowadays, I'm like,
There
"Dude,
needs to be a
what
high
the
school
heck?"
course that sets you up
For life.
for career
For life,
Exactly.
just
success.
bank accounts. I mean, I think your senior year in high school. I've been saying this since I graduated, because we got married so young, right out of high school. We got blindsided about a lot of stuff that my mom didn't teach me. My mom was, having to raise her life, do her thing, and there was certain things that as a parent and just as a life coach in high school, that's what they're supposed to be doing. There needs to be a course taught about credit, opening and closing a bank account, and how to run a checking account.
Oh yeah.
And how to go to a job interview
And
dressed
how to go to a
appropriately.
job
Yeah,
interview
that's for
and
darn
how
sure.
to conduct yourself in a place of employment.
Not, yo, dog.
Yo,
Yo,
man, I'm
bro,
here to
how
get
to
this
talk.
bread.
Hey, man.
But
I'm-
that kind of sucks though too, because what if you teach this kid or this this young kid that where his brain's learning or her brain's learning to just talk a certain way, but then do you always continue to talk that way, or is that
You got to be a
it's almost
chameleon.
like a robot,
So you
right?
got to know
right. You
before,
got to know when
we
to
wrap
turn
this
it
up.
off.
You got to know what to turn it on and turn it off. If
Right.
I'm in a meeting with a bunch of suits, I'm gonna be
Yeah, I am
act-
not about to call one of them
but-
homie.
no. I'm gonna be a certain way.
And everybody knows how I talk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
There's
absolutely.
a lot of hood in my vocabulary. But if I'm sitting down at a business meeting, I'm about to be like, yo,
No.
what up, my fellas? You know what I mean?
You
no.
use the word gentleman instead of homies.
Yes.
Where'd you learn that?
Yes.
hood from?
Gents.
Right.
colleagues. Hey, my colleagues, how are you guys?
Yes.
I mean, just
Yeah.
those are just little
How
examples.
y'all doing, gentlemen? You know what I mean?
Change your mindset.
Right.
Change your mindset. Your opportunities will change.
That's exactly right. You got to be a chameleon. When you walk into a room, you have to read that room and adjust to the color that is in that room. So that way you can blend in and fit in and talk to everybody in business, uh, networking, anything, just in life in general. So,
People will respect you more
right.
if you're a professional. All right. So with that said, we're going to wrap this show up. It's been a great pilot
Hey,
episode.
we
Great
can keep going.
conversation.
Yes.
Oh, I can
love
keep
it.
going another 2 or 3 hours.
Yes.
I love talking to you. I love talking to JRock. I talk to JRock a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
So we have a lot of great ideas, a lot of good things going for this show. Once again, I'm gonna mention sponsorships are always there's always opportunities. We talked about opportunities a lot on
That's
on
it.
today's
It's a
episode.
door.
Opportunities for us to break bread, build relationships, get your sponsorship out there. We'll make sure that we take care of you. You take care of us. It's always a mutual relationship.
That's right.
So we're going to have a lot of different topics, a lot of different conversations, a lot. So these are 3 of our hosts, all right? So we're going to have more hosts as well.
More hostesses
So we're going
with
to
the
be very
mostesses.
diverse. It's not always going to be me up here or Michael
We're going to switch it up.
JRock. We're going to
Yeah,
switch it up.
switch it up, man.
And
Keeping it fresh.
I firmly believe keeping it fresh, new content, always relatable to somebody, and the guests are going to keep flowing in.
Right, because we might get stagnant, us 3 back here talking sometimes, you know.
Right.
So I like the new guest idea, the multi-host, that
We're going to
way.
have women hosts.
Yeah.
So
They,
women.
women rule
She's a lady.
everything.
Do you remember that
She's a lady.
song? Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 she's a lady.
Lady.
Hey, let's just keep our day jobs. We're not singing.
We just because we got microphones in front of our face, we don't need to start
Doesn't
singing.
mean we should sing.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen. I'm excited for this journey, man. Whatever comes about, I know that we can crush it because we are who we are.
Oh yeah, this is just a
You know what
stepping
I'm saying?
stone for all of us. I think
Let's
this
do
is going to be
This is for everybody.
Right.
This podcast is for everybody.
exactly.
So with that said, check us out on socialplugmedia.net, not com, .net. Follow us on social media, including Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We even got a TikTok.
Even got a TikTok. Let's go. Same thing on Greenleaf. Since I am one of the sponsors, give us a like, follow on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We also have our TikTok, also our Twitter and Snapchat. We're on all of them also. Any social media platform, go give us a shout out. Just come say hi to us, whatever you need.
And check out your Turpy Tuesday.
Check us out, Turpy Tuesdays, and then our website, www.greenleafnb.com.
Heck yeah.
The Social Plug Podcast is out.
Audis.